Good morning, Grand Junction. I'm meteorologist Ian Kowalski. Throughout the western slope, you're getting some sunny skies to start off our day. You can look at our America's Mattress Live tower cam behind me. Not too many clouds, even over those mountainous areas towards the Grand Mesa and the National Monument. It's going to be clear throughout the rest of the day, too. I would expect some sunny skies. Right now outside, 63 degrees here in Grand Junction. A little bit of humidity going on. It's going to start to go down, of course, as the day goes along. 46% right now because we had that 42 degrees dew point. A little bit of moisture hanging around in the air from last week. That won't lead to too many clouds, at least over the next couple of days. You're looking behind me at our satellite and radar. You can see really not much going on to our north where we saw a lot of those showers come from last week. Here right now, nothing going on our satellite and radar. When you head throughout the rest of the day though, I don't expect those clouds to return either despite all that incoming moisture. And speaking of the moisture, of course, we saw a ton of rainfall over the past couple of weeks here in Grand Junction. In fact, here just in June, we've had 85 hundredths of an inch of rain. That is more than double of our normal for this time of year, which is 41 hundredths. So ton of rainfall here for the start of June. I think we're done with that though. I'll tell you about that here in a moment. Here, our pollen outlook, you can see our grasses are actually moderate here. This is wrong here on the graphic. Moderate, so you're going to want to take any Kleenexes with you if you're heading out throughout the day if you have that grass allergy like I do. Looking at our temperature change, we're going to start to warm up over these next couple of days. We're seeing that already. Compared to 24 hours ago, we're 4 degrees warmer than we were here in Grand Junction, 6 in Glade Park, 5 in Battlement Mesa. Start to slowly creep up degree by degree as we head throughout the rest of the week as we get into the low 90s all the way up to nearly 100 degrees. I'll tell you about when that is here in a second. Looking at our wind gusts, they're not going to help us out very much. You're seeing those 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts throughout the rest of the day. That's about all you're going to get. If you're in those upper areas though towards Delta, Paonia, you might be able to see a little bit stronger winds down towards our south. I wouldn't expect those to really make us feel any cooler though, not much you really need to worry about. In terms of our rainfall too, we are done with that for at least the next 5 days here. This is our 1 to 5 day precip totals. You can see only around 1/100th of an inch here for most of our viewing area. A little bit up in those upper areas where you might see a little bit of rainfall squeezed out over these next couple of days. I wouldn't really think to plan around that in the forecast. So looking at our temperature outlook though, even next week we have this high odds June 17th to the 23rd of those above average temperatures here across much of western Colorado. In terms of our satellite and radar, you can see these really thin lines behind me right here. You can see this downward trend, this downward slope right here. That's because we're in a ridge right now. That's where we're going to see the zones of high pressure, and that's where we're going to get the sunlight and the heat from. Looking at our futurecast though, we're seeing Monday at 1 p.m. already at 91 degrees here in Grand Junction, 89 down in Delta, 86 in Montrose, 85 in Nucla. Those warm temperatures are going to continue throughout the evening too. It's going to be relatively warm overnight in those low to mid 60s. Looking at our futurecast too for tomorrow, again 92 degrees. We're hanging out in those low 90s at least for the next 2 days. Slight chance of rainfall as you head into Wednesday in the southern viewing area. I wouldn't really expect that to amount to very much. Again, I only have a 20% chance on it for the week. Don't think it's something you really want to plan around. You can see here that's on Wednesday here, even down to a 10% chance, 93 degrees on Wednesday, 95 on Thursday, 97 degrees here on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we're getting into those upper 90s, 98 and 99 degrees on Sunday. Right now, I don't quite think we're going to hit 100 to start next week off, but we'll keep an eye on that because that would be our first 100-degree mark of the year. Montrose, we are looking at those very similar conditions. Again, that increased chance of rain in those upper regions, not too much to worry about. Getting into those lower 90s here up in Montrose and our southern viewing area over these next couple of days.